I'm not fucking scoping them out or anything, but when I go for my walks and shit like that, I'm living and breathing the environment that's going on every day. I'm hearing the music blasting from cars, whether that be anything from like old school mariachi music to corridos to more maybe rock music to, you know, Shoreline Mafia. And that's kind of like what the environment is kind of like a boiling pot of different cultures, because, you know, we have yo
Turn out of my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the gods hour.
Yeah.
This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wed Prada, the devil like inside your box now. While the angels fly over my headstone.
We are back with another episode of the God's Hour podcast with your boy Big Sorbavelli, back in a place to be, La Merca Superior, Palace 81 Studios. We are live in effect, live and direct. It's your boy Mr. 9 Times. Yeah, man. So today is obviously we're gonna do a year in review for sneakers, on what I copped, what I missed, and everything in between. Everything sneakers. If you don't like anything about sneakers, you don't want to hear me talk for about, I'm gonna try and make this like 35, around 35, max 40. I don't know. It just depends on how this is gonna go. I kind of want to make it a shorter show, but I can't make no promises. So if you don't like any of what I just mentioned, you can always click on the 200 and the other 272 episodes of the God's Hour podcast that we have available, where I talk about fucking just life, what I got going on, my grievances, my concerns, bullshit, featuring guests, not featuring guests. If you just want to hear me talk shit for 45 minutes, or you just want to hear somebody rant about their life, I got you. So, in the meantime, today's mathematics is knowledge. Yes. So we're going to do another episode of knowledge, which is number one. The number one thing in life is knowledge. You have to know what you're doing before you do anything after that. Remember, you have to know. You have to have the information. You have to know what it is that you are doing or pursuing to build upon that. You know, that's why like gossip is like, you never really know what kind of information did this come from. Am I actually doing the knowledge on the fucking most credible source, or am I getting this information from people who are just fucking talking shit? So, you know, knowledge is number one. You always got to remember, you got to check the facts. So is this knowledge secondhand or is it firsthand? Is it from someone credible? Is it not credible? Do the knowledge. Peace. Today's drip check, we have some, like, these are pretty, like, these are green with like a hint of gray. Fucking Tiago 1010 New Balances. These are basically like, look how fat the tongue is. They're basically fucking SB Dunks. Waffle gum sole, white midsole. Kind of like, this is a crazy colorway. This is like a green gray with like a even yellow gray or some shit like that. And then the upper mesh is like kind of the same color, but it's a little lighter due to the material, and white. So these are interesting shoes. They're a little, dude, for New Balances, these are flat as fuck. Right here where these guys, like the knuckles, knuckles would be up here, but I guess where the forefoot bends and shit, it's a little stiff, so I probably might just have to break them in. But like, my famous saying is like, if I have to break them in, they're probably shoes I'm not gonna want to wear. Every single comfortable pair of shoes that I've ever owned is always like right out of the box. You know, all these shoes right here, maybe minus the Jordans, are all shoes out the box. I would just go out. I'd put them on. I'd take them, like, let's say I ordered them from like I get them from UPS, right? So shout out to UPS. I peel them out of the box, put them on, I'm gone. Like that's it. You know, the only shoes I feel like I wouldn't be able to do that out of all these would definitely be the Jordan 3s, the 4s, and definitely Air Forces. Air Forces are like, whenever I see people like doing anything and like any sort of like sports or walking or running or anything like that, I usually don't see them in Jordan 3s, 4s, or Air Forces. But if I do, I'm just like, how, bro? Like, you're a fucking specimen. You know, pause. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I always say, I have different sneakers for like different things. These are obviously like when I'm lounging. You know, I'm not gonna go out with these. There's a lot of shoes, and I have a bad habit of doing this that I'm trying to stop in 2026, of just buying shoes that I'm not gonna be wearing and stuff like that. Even though as a shoe collector, it's like that's really what it is. That's kind of like what you sign up for. You sign up to buy shoes that you're not really gonna be wearing like that. My bad. I just woke up from a nap right now, so the first thing I wanted to do was get the sneakers of the year 2025, because I already know, like, I've been pushing it back, mostly because I've been trying to kind of get all the sneakers together, both that I have and that I missed out on together. There's a lot of honorable mentions and wild cards, but for this episode, I just want to kind of talk about how like how much like my whole sneaker knowledge and everything like that. I went from like not knowing shit about sneakers, not caring about sneakers, not even liking colorways like this, but I still kind of like, I still feel iffy because had they just made everything lighter, even the gum sole is like fucking really dark. You know, if they just lighten the green, the tan, the waffle gum sole, I feel like this would be a pretty nice colorway, but it's okay. Like, that's just me being real like nitpicky and shit. But what is it? I have Fila sweats and the Itadakimasu gray hoodie and LA hat, which I'm gonna take off because I feel fucking a little hot and shit. So I'll just put this right here. I just want y'all to see the LA, Los Angeles all day, dog. The fucking Dodgers won. This is for 2024, but you know, LA all day. I'm not really like a huge Dodgers fan. It's just more so, you know, we got to represent the city. My home, LA, I ride for you. When I am gone, just know that I owe you. That song is so hard. That's Lakers by Freddie Gibbs. But yeah, what's so funny is like this has nothing to do with nothing, but there's this artist named Sinclair. She's a kind of like a rapper, singer. I don't actually know where she's from. I'm pretty sure she's from the IE. I don't know. I don't want, you know, we're like, we have a lot of mutual of friends and shit like that. So nobody, hey man, the fucking Sinclair's from da 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 da. I don't know. I personally don't know her, but I've kind of like been in circles like with her circles and all that shit. I don't know. We have like mutual friends basically, just to narrow it down. But anyway, I don't know if you've ever seen that Foos Gone Wild video of like there's a chick in a 98 Oakland Raiders jersey with rapping, and there's like foos doing burpees around her. And there's like it's like dubbed or whatever, like subbed over, you know, saca la bolsita, it's time for another linea, Raiders, like that shit on Foos Gone Wild, hilarious. That's her. And I had a feeling too, because like Sinclair, no offense, she's got a big fucking nose, and I'm just looking at her and I'm like, that's fucking Sinclair. There's no way that's not Sinclair, just because like her whole get down and her whole aesthetic and all that shit is it kind of screams that, you know. So when randomly I found the dude who was doing the burpees thing, the reason why I was so interested was because he had the Mexican flag over his face like how I do it. Now, I didn't get this from anybody, but from knowing what I know, Juan Brujo was the first one to do it, but he cut out the mouth, right? Pause. And then he cut strips into the flag, and that was if you don't know, Juan Brujo is I think he's the lead singer from Brujeria, the Mexican rock band, right? So my point is the burpees. I think it's the Burpees King. This fool was wearing the Mexican flag like how I wear it, and I'm just kind of like, all right, cool. I'm pretty sure I didn't inspire him. I don't know, but it's kind of like, it's just one of those things where it's like kind of like great minds think alike. You know, I'm pretty sure I'm not the first one to represent the flag in that way, but I can tell you in hip hop, I'm for sure the first person to ever rock it. I've been wearing the flag like that over my face since the first actual album I actually wore it on, but you can't really see me wearing it, is Greenlight 3. But the actual first album you could clearly see me is Greenlight 4. 5 was kind of like throwback to 3 where it's a little bit more obscure. And then there's only a few albums with me wearing the Mexican flag, and then also to Mulberry. And I want to say that's it. 3, 4, 5, Mulberry. And there's no other albums with me rocking the mask. I don't think so. Nah. Because it's kind of like when I do my album covers, I want to, if it's going to be me, it has to be more personal, and the album has to be more personal. So I kind of like, you know, obviously the mask is to represent like anyone can do it. That goes back to MF Doom. You know, he's the greatest rapper to wear a mask fully and go full on like Fantastic Four Doom with it, like where he actually sent people to wear the mask and perform on his behalf, and they were like completely not even him, you know, like it was super obvious it's not his voice, it's not him, you know what I mean? As far as wearing a flag though, you have obviously Makami. I'm trying to think of other artists who've worn masks, like maybe like Sadhu Gold. His shit is actually really dope. It like looks handcrafted, you know. So it was kind of like Sadhu Gold. The fuck, I had like hair on my tongue. Pause. Sadhu Gold is like one of the artists where I feel like he really took it into his own, and I don't know what the reason for his anonymity behind that is. You have dudes like Hidden Character. His shit is really dope. But he rocks different masks. So every single, but I mean, I guess what's consistent with his theme is like you can't see his face at all. So like his first 2 albums are like him wearing either like his face is just blacked out, because it's his self-titled one. Yeah, both of them, his face is completely blacked out. Then what is it? The Rap Money fucking one is like him wearing like a shiesty with a fitted over. Oh no, he's wearing like a shiesty with like a do-rag over that. Yeah, so just, you know, the mask thing is kind of like it goes back to, for me, it's paying homage to Doom and Makami, and I just kind of like want to solidify my culture with kind of like, because you know there's just like, I feel like there's a very, and this goes back to like Sinclair, right? Where we feel like we have to stereotype ourselves. Like if you're fucking from LA and you're fucking Mexican and you're rapping, you have to be with the Chicano, like you're Chicanoed out, right? Like fucking with the fedoras and the lokes, the wife beaters with the khakis, like all that shit. And I feel like, I think that's cool, but I'm just offering a new face to, I'm not from LA. I'm not with the whole Chicano shit. Like, I'm just in my lane. Like, how come there can't be like dope lyrical rappers that don't fit on those boxes? And I feel like I'm the one that's really raising the awareness, and 30 Miles too, because, you know, we're throwing the shows together, but we're cultivating like the LA underground. And it's like not an easy thing, bro, because there's like so many dope rappers out there that don't fit in those boxes, but they need places to fucking they need a platform to kind of get their music off of the ground, whether it be like people like Bomb Chemist, Divine Flows. They're from the Harbor area. I don't know if Medrano's from over there, but he rolls with them. They're like, oh, this is all like LA shit, right? So you have like dudes from like Downey, Paramount, like 30 Miles and Migs. You have homies from like East LA, like I want to say is an Non-Existent. they're like non-existent, and like what's his name, Net Ponder, they're like all from like either East LA or directly south of LA. So it's just kind of, my point is, I'm talking about rappers and hip hop that don't fit in these like stereotypical boxes. Like they're not all like Chicanoed out and all that. I feel like obviously the originators to do that were Psycho Realm, where they didn't fit. But they were just straight street, like LA street dudes. They didn't have to fit in those fucking boxes, because it was like, who are these fools? They're for fucking Pico Union. And it was like, they're like a whole new era of like actually fools from the like, I don't know about Sick Jackin, but obviously he was from the Rampart days. But his brother Big Duke, we all know his story of him like getting shot in the fucking head, or if not in the head, the neck or something like that, and then ending up in a wheelchair. Very similar story to my Theo Willie, but I'm talking about people that don't kind of associate their aesthetic with the stereotypical culture that's out there, or like our Mexican culture that's like, okay, like it's not traditional. You get what I mean? Chicano rap, you got like SPM, Mr. Capone, Baby Bash, you got so many King Lil, maybe not King Lil G. I don't know, man. Maybe I am kind of tripping. There's my point is, like, going back to Sinclair, like a lot of her stuff is maybe like more traditional in the sense. And I feel like it's almost like a crutch, or like the aesthetic leans too much on like something that we've already seen. Once the bar is set to like Kid Frost and fucking like who I just named as SPM, fucking Mr. Capone and all that shit, that's kind of like, you either got to jump over that or you fall flat under that. And I don't want to do any of that shit. Like I say, going back to, we have like your King Lil G's, you have who I'm not familiar with his stuff, so I'm not gonna speak on like his whole get down. But you have like, what's this fool's name? Is it Baldacci or some shit like that? That fool's from Florencia. I don't know, but I can't speak on. But here we even go, like Sad Boy Loco, he's straight like from the fucking hood, you know what I mean? And that fool's like putting on, like, that was more of like a modern, Chicano rap-esque, G-Funk, in that kind of element type shit, which was really fucking dope. As a matter of fact, if Sad Boy Loco has an album that I can review, I'll probably review it just for, just to get him some brownie points out there. Shoreline Mafia, right? The biggest rappers to come out. Probably the biggest Mexican artist to come out of LA, right? Nobody Kill Me out there. I understand Cypress Hill, that's a group, right? And they weren't all Mexican, right? I guess Shoreline, the original, wasn't all Mexican too. But if we're talking about the current state of Shoreline Mafia, it's Phoenix and OGZ. But if we're just talking about strictly those two guys, they're Mexican, they're from LA, and they're like part of like the new era of the fucking, they're the guys that are all the young Chicanos out there listening to, like the ones that are fucking wearing Jordan 11, what is it, the Concord 11s, the Thunder 4s. Like, I'm seeing these kids out here like every day. I'm not fucking scoping them out or anything, but when I go for my walks and shit like that, I'm living and breathing the environment that's going on every day. I'm hearing the music blasting from cars, whether that be anything from like old school mariachi music to corridos to more maybe rock music to, Shoreline Mafia. And that's kind of like what the environment is kind of like a boiling pot of different cultures. Cause we have, we got Morenos, we have Chicanos, then we have like our Central Americans, very, very little bit of our South Americans out there in the same streets, walking the same streets, impoverished, maybe have more money than others, and it's all happening right there. So that kind of like that music speaks to the people that are out here, especially the younger kids, like that get influenced by Shoreline and all that shit. It's just very interesting. They came out when I was in my late teenage years, so their music, I'm closer to them in age, so I kind of like, what is it? What does that shit mean? I kind of connected with that, right? I resonated with the fact that I had homies that were just like them, wore fucking skinny jeans, Air Forces, like had that whole look. Like fools had the blowout, like what's his name, Phoenix. We had homies that were black in the crew. We had homies that fucking had like face tattoos and shit like that. You know, like Shoreline Mafia. I think it resonated so tough. I think this is why I think like they look like and sounded like all of our homies at the time when we were young. Now that like almost 10 years have gone by, and Jesus, that's fucking crazy how it's almost been 10 years since Shoreline debuted. Like they're old now, which is fucking crazy. Now all the like, you know, the little nieces and the little brothers, you know, of everybody who loved Shoreline initially when they initially came out, now they get to experience that. And so I really feel like their music is gonna be like generational, as long as they stay consistent and they stay doing things like with like either YG, or they just have their profile like up there, you know what I mean, and they're able to be seen on a consistently high basis, which I think they'll always be, because it's like there's no other like void that's filling that space right now, until I come in. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. Kind of little quick detour from sneakers and shit, but we should get into, what is it? The top 10 sneakers of the year that I missed out on, right? So number 1, we're gonna do, oh wait, actually we'll go 10 and up, because you know I can't start heavy. And then so for number 10 I have Black Cement 3s. I don't, wait, did they fucking even drop this year? The black, hold on, wait, this, why did I choose Black Cement? Damn, man, I feel so fucking lame for this too. Because if not, I'll just replace them with the Bread Forest Black Cement 3 2020 fucking 5? No? Wow. I don't, okay, right? So we're just gonna go with the, okay, I didn't fully think this fucking list out. I'm so sorry, guys. You know what? I guess we'll go with the Gamma, the Gamma 11s, right? So I missed out on the Gamma 11s. They're a really nice colorway. They're basically triple black with like a blue with a really nice like light blue, kind of like in between light and like dark blue. Actually, maybe it's more of like a dark blue on the bottom soles. I missed out on them. They just dropped like maybe like 2 weeks ago. But I wasn't gonna go crazy for them. You know what I mean? I probably could have got a pair if I really wanted to, but I wasn't that crazy to get like an all black Jordan 11. Same thing. That's why I really didn't care if I was gonna get Black Cat 4s or Black Cat 4s. The Black Cat 3s I would have loved to have gotten, because I just love 3s, but 4s are kind of like you know what I mean? Like the 11s and the 4s are kind of like all black shoes. They all look the same. Like I've always said that, like triple black, anything, Vomero, P6000, and fucking, you could put like a $50 fucking shoe, like Pegasus 41s or some shit on them. Like, you know what I mean? They're all gonna kind of look the same. Like, since they're all black, they're what distinguishes them from the next. Like, yeah, I get it's a different silhouette, but it kind of doesn't really matter to like the untrained eye, and even to the trained eye, you're like, okay, like it's an all black shoe. I seen one of the homies in the barbershop, he was wearing like Black Cat 4s, but the 2020 pair, and I was like, oh, okay, like, you know, they're cool, but me personally, I just wouldn't. I'm not like jumping out of my chair to fucking go grab me a pair. You know what I mean? Gamma 11s, they're hard, and that's why they're number 10, because I feel like it's an 11. You know what I mean? And I haven't had a pair of 11s yet. So I'm just waiting for like a different pair, like maybe Concords or the cherries. The cherry red ones I really want. The rare airs I wanted bad as fuck, but I missed out on them. Then we have the Soul Jordan 3s. Those are awesome. They're a really dope colorway. I missed out on them, but Soul 3s were kind of like a shoe that I really wanted to get. And then they re-released them, which is so crazy, bro. Like they re-released them and then they sold out right away. But I'm pretty sure they dropped. Like if I go on StockX right now, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be like maybe even under 300. You know, they're sneakers that I saw when I was in Indiana buying shoes, and yeah, they're 260. They're 210 if I got it basic shipping. That's crazy, guys. They're under retail on StockX. If I wanted them like around my birthday, they'd be 270, but I'm not gonna pay $50 extra for shoes I could just get in 2 weeks. I love this colorway right here, guys. Like fucking I would skip white cement 3s to get these right here. Like just the elephant print with the fucking like the white, and then this is like a beige cream, the red and the blue. Like what's not to love about this shoe, bro? Like, you know, plus I fuck with all my South Korea, you know, all my Koreans out there. Shout out to y'all. Jordan 3s are just a really dope colorway. I just feel like for white 3s though, I feel like I got them already. I have Pure Money 3s, you know, the Vuelo 3s, the A Ma Maniere, something Forever, the Forever fucking 3s, you know, they're all kind of like the same. But I feel like the Soul 3s are like enough to be different to where like if I really want them, I'll cop them. But you know, it's all good. Then we have Donkey Kong Air Max 90s, which look fucking crazy. I wanted them, but there was no way I was gonna get them. Like I think those were the ones where I slept in and I missed, because I thought nobody was going for them. Like I didn't know any of the history between like Dot Swoosh, and they had like another pair of like Air Max 90s that Dot Swoosh had did before, and those went crazy too. But those are like, I feel like I've never seen them out in the wild, and I've never heard anybody really talking about them. So I'm just kind of like, you know, I'm kind of confused, because some of the hype be really like with people just on their phones or behind a desk. Like it's like, there's very few sneakers that I've seen out there in the wild that people make noise for. Like Rare Air 3s I've seen, Rare Air 4s I've seen, Rare Air 1s, obviously. Who doesn't have a fucking pair of those? I'm trying to think of colorways that... what were the bread low top 11s? There's a lot of sneakers that I can't name off the top of my head that I've seen out there that I'm like, oh, okay, like the hype is real. You know, I'm not talking about New Balance or Asics or Jordan 1s. Jordan 1 Obsidians, I really like that colorway. I've seen those around. You know, my barber has a pair of those. Shout out to Carlos. Yeah, just a bunch of with the Donkey Kong Air Max 90s, man, they're just a really clean colorway. That kind of like what brought me into liking brown, kind of, you know what I mean? They're just like it's a Donkey Kong fucking colorway, you know, brown with the red and the yellow. Like it's just a really nice color, and I'm glad I kind of missed out on those, because I do have a pair of Air Max 90s, but I don't know how I feel about them. I think I'll wear them around tomorrow and see how I feel, just because like I don't really like the top mesh. Really, that's what it is. The upper mesh material is just kind of looks like, you know, white koi fish scales or something like that. Like it just doesn't look very appealing to me as a silhouette, but for a colorway and for a concept, I do like it. That's why it's number 8. Number 7, we'll go with Black Cat 3s. I love this. For all the Black Cat shits, the 3 is probably my favorite, just because it's like, it's the anti, it's the fucking the ugly duckling. Like, nobody wanted the 3s, everyone wanted the 4. The fact that the 3s have like an elephant print with like the patent leather on, like, around the fucking toe box is like fire to me. You know what I mean? And even I think the laces might be elephant print too. Let me see. Black Cat 3, and you can suck my fucking dick, bitch. Let's see. Okay, so yeah. So these are literally like fucking Pure Money 3s, like, but black. That's crazy. And I don't think Pure Money 3s, I don't think they have the patent leather. It's not around the toe box. Oh, it is around the toe box, and like a little bit above the midsole. That's crazy. These are awesome. How much are these? Are these 3? Yeah. 313. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. These are awesome. I already have a pair of black Jordan 3s with the Rare Air 3s. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm definitely going to get the soles before I get 3s. But these, I'm over here 3s, these. I'm getting myself tongue-tied and shit. Then number 6, a shoe I have already. Why did I put these on here? What the fuck? These are shoes that I don't have. Fuck. See what I mean? I guess we'll go with the Rare Air 4s. They're like a colorway that kind of grew on me. The black with the red and the blue kind of threw me off, but just kind of like, as far as like a colorway that could work well with one, like all the shoes, like 1, 3, 4, and 11. If I were to score them, I would say my favorite would be the 11s, the 3s. No, the 11s, just on the sneaker, right? I'm not talking about wearing them or my personal favorite. I'm talking about how they look. I'll say 11s, 1s, 3s, 4s. But the 4s are kind of like, since I feel like everybody just kind of didn't give a fuck about them, I think I kind of want to give them a look. I didn't want them personally, but I feel like this is a colorway that some of the homies were even like, I like these more than the 3s. And I didn't get them, but I feel like for a sneaker that got like a lot of hate on, and these flop bad. How we knew the Jordans were flopping bad, like there were a bunch of Jordans that were just flopping like fucking like fat old titties, you know what I mean? And when these flopped, that was a dead giveaway, because I think Rare Air 4s came out the same month that I think Aqua 8s and Grape 5s came out, and I think the 4s flop. I think the Aqua 8, I think all of them flopped, like the Grapes, the Aquas, and like all those shoes in that month, whatever it was, it might have been like August or some shit like that, July or August, all those fucking flopped. So that's how we knew it was a dead giveaway, that like Nike was like, just wasn't the superior brand anymore. But shout out to Rare Air 4s, and I'm totally making this like a full fucking episode, so sorry, y'all. We're only halfway done with the list, so bear with me. Awake New York 5s in a black colorway. Awesome. Like, I was going to put metallic 5s on this list, but I think with the A and shit, like, and just like the materials and the stitching on it, I think these are really fire. I want these. I'm probably not going to be able to afford them. Maybe not even, I won't even say that. I probably won't even get them. If the metallic 5s are lower than that, I'll probably get them over the Awake New York. What I really want though is the pink ones, but as far as the black ones, just like, you take an iconic colorway and you add it even more to that shit. A lot of sneakers companies and shit, they fall super flat on trying to make something very similar. For some reason, Awake did like elevated an already an existing classic colorway. Like, dude, metallic 5s, it's like Grapes and metallic 5s are like the goats for that silhouette. Like Jordan 5s, very, very like, I'll say metallic 5s probably are the grails of the 5s. Like, for 3s it'd be black cements, for 4s it'd be white cements, for 5s I feel like it'd definitely be the metallics. Some would argue the fucking grapes and other OG colorways like the fire reds, but I digress. Then we have the undefeated 4. These I went for heavy, and everyone but me got them. My barber got them. My dog got them. My dad got them. You know what I mean? They didn't really get them, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? The mailman got them. The custodian, like everybody, bro. Like fucking people who didn't even want them got them. Like how did that happen? Undefeated 4s, so much hype around them. It's still like a $400 shoe right now. I love the colorway. It's a darker green than the originals. Orange laces, just a very different colorway that I think was due. Similar to the fucking Woo Dunks that came out last year. They were just due for fucking like, I guess. It is like over a year at this point. I was gonna say 2 years, but nah, it's over a year. Similar to the the Woo Dunks, they kind of like, they had a lot of hype and love going for them, and then they came out and people were like shitting on them for some reason. Yet the resale value kind of like holds weight. It's not too up there, but it's not at retail. Like it's double for retail right now. As a matter of fact, let me look up undefeated 4s. I do want them. I do want a pair of undefeated 4s, but not right now. Maybe like in like 2 months or something, when the price really dips down. Like if the sneaker game continues on like where it's going right now, they're gonna drop even more. But I feel like all sneakers, like even the Stash Air Max 95s, those came out around the Woo Dunks, I think around that time, and they're still like 300. Yeah, like 400 or 382 with standard shipping. What else? Let me see. I just saw another shoe. Oh, fuck. I just saw the Stash 95s. Looking at these fucking undefeated Air Force Ones, bro, with the blue ones with the snakeskin on it. Those are so tight. Wow. And they're 134 in my size. That's crazy. Undefeated 5 on it. Bro, these are like with the purple, like with the purple bottoms and in the middle of the mesh, and bro, these are fire. 5 on a dunk versus Air Force One. I don't understand. Are they supposed to be Air Force One or dunk? I don't know. This isn't about Air Forces. Then we have Awake New York, the pink ones. Just when I thought I couldn't love pink anymore, here we go with the fucking Awake New York 5s. I wanted those so fucking bad. I put in for every raffle. Oh, and you know what? I forgot the Tokyo 5s. Holy shit. Man, I should have replaced one of these with that. But honorable mention, we'll give it to the Tokyo 5s and the pink Awake New York 5s. Those were two I went stupid for and I couldn't get them. And those two are like $700 right now, like resale for like both of those shits. You know what I mean? They were like a stack when they first dropped. Just really great colorways with the pink Awake New York. Is just black and pink is undefeated, bro. You know what I mean? That's the real undefeated shit right there. Just how did Awake New York? Awake is like the underdog of 2025. Everyone wants to talk about like, Joe Freshgoods, J-Tips, Slay Benberry. Awake New York, undefeated. Awake New York really held it down for the culture, and no one's really talking about that. Nigel Sylvester will give number 1, right? But the underdog, number 2, the Eddie Guerrero of fucking 2025 sneakers, is Awake New York. We have the Tokyo 5s, just a great yellow colorway. I'm not a huge fan of yellow, but they like found a really great way to incorporate a great yellow colorway into a Jordan 5. And it even has that fucking, I don't know if it's like kanji or I don't know, right? The Tokyo, so is it kanji, right? What they call that shit, the language, the lettering or whatever on the fucking on the heel tab. So that's just another, like, I love when they can do that. They could get great colorways that people aren't gonna fucking really fuck with. Like anything like the most obscure fucking like colors, like yellow, pink, uh those are like fucking like colors that people don't really rock with, you know. You could get away with the obviously, like I feel like the most common colorways are fucking blue, white, black, obviously, red, right? But then green, kind of like, okay, like we're getting into uncharted territories. Purple, that's another underrated one. And then like pink and yellow, like those are kind of like the in between, you know. They're the mix of colorways, like in between the solid colors that people don't really like give a lot of love for. Let me see. Then we have the Jordan 4, the SB Navies. Those are like a super clean pair that I wanted, that I remember calling skate shops for, and I couldn't get. Holy shit, we're at 40 minutes already? I'm sorry, y'all. This wasn't a fucking... I shouldn't have talked about Chicano shit. But SB4s, right? Great colorway. There's the red ones, which I think might be the cleanest pair, but since blue is my favorite color, you know, the SB Navy 4s, so fucking fire. I called like two. I felt like I could have got them had I put my raffle in for both of the skate shops, but except one was in fucking Corona and the other one was in Upland. I'm like not gonna go all the way the fuck over there to get some Jordans. And on top of that, I think they're like 300. So I would have spent like, okay, so I think they were like 220. By the time I spent my time in gas, it's already like what I already would have paid for them on StockX. Let's see. These are just awesome, bro. The gum sole bottoms with the navy and the gray suede, bro. Like, come on, dog. Yeah, the 300. Yeah. So awesome. I just really love this shoe. I don't know if I'll get them though. They're just, you know, it's just another 4 like that I'm not really gonna wear. And that's the thing, like with the other like 3s and stuff like that I was talking about, like I don't really know if I'm really gonna cop them, because it's just gonna be another sneaker that I'm only gonna wear once in a while, because they hurt my feet. You know what I mean? You can't stand on a fucking Jordan 4 for hours, bro. You shitting me? I'll get scoliosis out of that shit. The number one sneaker of the year that I don't have is the Brick by Bricks, unanimously loved by all sneakerheads and just people alike. It has this like red orangey, I don't know why they called it brick. It doesn't look like a fucking brick color to me, and the light is definitely a fucking like a red orange, which I guess it's, if anything, it's like a firehouse fucking, you know, when you look at like a, maybe not an old school one, but like a new firehouse and shit like that. That's what the bricks look like a red orange. And I had them, bro. They were the first sneaker I ever went for on sneakers, and I had them. But guess what? My fucking credit card company thought it was fraud, so they blocked the fucking thing. And I told them about it in Indiana, bro, and they were like, what the fuck? At Nike, they're like, bro, you had them. I was like, I know. So fuck, man. Like, let me see how fucking much they are. Let me see how much they are. I'm sorry, y'all. I know you're like, fucking, when is this gonna end? It's not gonna end at all. It never ends. It's never gonna end. There's no ending to the show. Oh, what? Ooh. Oh, wow. 800, almost 900. Dude, that's crazy. I would have had a $900 fucking shoe. But it doesn't matter. Who gives a fuck, right? So we're finally gonna get into the main event of the evening, right? These are all the sneakers that I bought in 2025. The top 10 sneakers that I bought in 2025. I don't know if I didn't even write down like what order they're in. I just put them together and shit. Let me see. Oh, these might be my favorite New Balances of all time. For some reason, bro, these just do it for me. We have the New Balance 725 version 1. This looks like something that Kanye could have made, bro. Just like the chunky, you know, absorb fucking midsole right here. Just navy with a hint of red. I mean, bro, these are fucking fire. And probably then the biggest what is it? New Balance box that I have too. I don't know why these shoes aren't big at all. Like the 9060s are bigger than these, and the fucking, I think the 992s are bigger than these too. But these are just a fire colorway. I mean, it screams fly dad. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be rocking these nonstop when I have my babies. Just fire. I got these when the Nike. Here we go, Nike. Well, the New Balance store fucking closed, and right there on 4th Street. Right here we have the first fucking New Balance that I have with the top open lid, but these, bro, fucking fire. Like kind of same. Are the heel? Oh no, the midsole's not the same, but the first pair of 992s that I've ever had, Action Bronson, I feel like really made these popular, but just the beautiful suede in purple, and then you have like a kind of like a lighter, like a violet on the leather, black mesh, orange, and with the white outline. I mean, this is a fucking perfect colorway, bro. Like to do like a fucking purple and even like this like orange ass USA on the back of the heel, which is very not necessary, but like this is just a perfect colorway. Like I don't know too many colorways that are like this. I haven't seen any, but fire nonetheless. What do we have right here? Oh yeah, we have the fucking, I forgot what they called it. What is the colorway? Soft Pearl Ghost White Air Forces that I got in Indiana. I thought these were like only native to over there, but I guess they were just like a newer colorway. Fire, the fucking little kind of like gold color on the whatever, the lace ringlet thing, and it's just like it has like a, when you look at it, it kind of gives, it's like yellow tinted, like almost like a fucking, like if you drank a lot of water, like this is like a healthy piss color with the fucking just like, this is like a fake ass Cayman. I know this ain't real, but just like the leather feels really nice and like textured. I mean, bro, this might be like my favorite Air Force I've ever had. Honorable mention is obviously the Kobe's. I have the white Forever. I have the, I don't know if they're called Forever, but the purple ones too. Those are fucking sick as fuck. The purple ones are kind of loud, I'm not gonna lie, but I definitely like the white ones. Well, actually the purple ones because the snakeskin pops out on the 3M on those, and then the white ones because it's like more subtle. It's like, oh, I'm gonna fucking get your ass, bitch. Then we have the awesome SB95 Cactus Flower. These are stupid, bro. I mean, how, like, going back to like how can you make a colorway and make it even better? You know what I mean? Going back to that, these are fire. Just the gum sole bottom. It kind of like, I feel like that gives a lot of salute to the SB Navy with the purple air units and the little lacelets right here. You know, the gradient. This is like literally like a OG 95 meets skateboarding, and they knocked it out of the park. These feel really comfortable. The insoles are incredible, nice and cushioned on the inside. Way better support. I feel like since they don't have a big bubble, it kind of makes it more comfortable. I don't know if I'm the only one with that kind of opinion out there, but I feel like they should start making Air Maxes with normal bubbles and not the big bubble, just because, oh, it's a big bubble, like, you know what I mean? Like everyone, it's like some Texas shit. Everything is bigger and better and bitches and blunts. Like, I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Bitches and blunts, man. That's the next album, y'all. I swear to God. Once I get back into smoking weed, I'm gonna make so much better music. Oh yeah, Sleeper right here. We'll actually do the review of the 1906s. I don't know if it's gonna be today, but these were a fucking like shocker, man, for like a shoe that, you know, I feel like just looks really like fucking, you know, like nerdy. You know what I mean? Like fucking type on my computer and bang out like essay reports and shit and then go for a run after. It's kind of like this is fire. It's a fire colorway and very comfortable too. Like the one of the most comfortable, I want to say the most comfortable New Balance that I've ever had the pleasure of walking around in, because New Balance and Asics have a good reputation if you could just put the sneaker on and not have to worry about shit. But as far as like how I walk and shit, it's just not a good idea to do. We have the Gel NYC Raw Cream and Rose Water, bruh. These are fucking fire, bro. I mean, dude, I love. Oh man, I should have got a. I think I threw away the inside shits, but gotta buy those shoe trees. But these are fucking dumb. These are stupid right here, like stupid fire. There's some shit right. I gotta clean these, but I think I wore these when I took my grandma out the last time, and these are just super hella comfortable. They hold up well when I go for my walk. Just insane, like just insane design, kind of like a futuristic kind of silhouette to it. And I've already spoken on how much I love Gel NYCs, so excellent colorway. I mean, what else is there to say, bro? It's just a great fucking pair of shoes. You know what I mean? Shout out to Asics. They have like 1,000 shoes. Same thing with New Balance. They have the same fucking shoes that they come out with every time. But it's all good. Vuelos, who thought I wasn't gonna come out with these? And I keep the thing in the middle of the heel tab just because I don't know. I'm just like that. Awesome. This is just like, this pays homage to like my culture, Mexico, the gold with this literally looks like a luchador in like a fucking shoe. You got the red, white, and green. You got the texture, like the fucking, if this is supposed to be snakeskin, if this is supposed to be like two different species of caiman right here. Just the fucking shoelaces look like ring ropes or something like that. And the leather right here looks like if it's supposed to be part of like a like boots, you know what I mean? Just everything about this colorway is fire. And just the shoe, like this is the only Jordan 3 that has like the teeth, or waves or whatever you want to call them, or peaks. Like this is just a fire fucking sneaker, bro. They flopped, I don't know why, but they're an amazing fucking shoe. I have a feeling these are Vomeros. Yep. These are the Vomeros I wore on Mulberry, very light shoe, this is an all-in-one sneaker right here. This is the perfect sneaker to me. Vomero 5s are probably sneaker of the year for me. These are fantastic. I just love the colorway. It's like a very nice purple and like violet, the dark with the lighter accents, the leather with the mesh. This one's not suede, but everything about it is just really clean. It's a really sleek design, and you can't go wrong with Vomeros. If you don't have a pair of Vomeros, get some, man. Like you won't be disappointed. Let me see. Is this how they close? Oh, there it is. There we go. What else? These are, what colorway is this shit? These are dark gray and black Monarchs. I mean, come on, bro. If you really thought I was gonna come up here and fucking not put Air Monarchs on my list, you're fucking crazy. You don't know me at all. I love Air Monarchs. I probably went through 4 or 5 Air Monarchs in 2025 alone. I wanted to pay homage, and these, bro, have like a suede fucking nubuck. Oh my God, bro. These are fucking fire. I've never seen any other fucking Air Monarchs in like this in this kind of like rendition. And on the website it says these are supposed to be like smaller. You should go half a size up because they're not 4E, but they fit good in a 12. So I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind because I want to go for my walk, but I don't know if I'm gonna wear these in particular. But are we at 50 minutes right now? I guarantee you we're at 50 minutes. Or at least 45. Yeah, we're at 53. Great. Okay. All right. Last but not least, the one that started it all, right? The shoe that I felt like really got me into sneakers. If it wasn't for this shoe, I don't know if these other shoes exist. This is like kind of the dragon I was chasing, but not really. Like it kind of fell into my hands. I wasn't going that crazy for, but seeing these, it was like, oh shit, like I got the sneaker of sneakers, you know what I mean? The ones that everyone wants. Every time it comes out, it's always a big fucking deal. White cement 4s are just in excellent colorway. I mean, it's the perfect Jordan colorway. 11, the rare Air 11s are right there, but like you can never go wrong with the fucking white cement 4s. For me, they're the GOAT colorway of all Jordans. Might not be my favorite silhouette, but as far as colorways, these are fucking fire, bro. The message of the day, man, is enjoy your life. Enjoy it. You know, life is fucking short. You know, we don't have 1,000 years on this planet. Every day, you know, just be grateful and kind of like take it into consideration that there's always going to be somebody that's you're in a better position than a lot of other people. Let's put it that way, right? So the fact that you're literally living someone else's dream. There's people that are like, fuck, I wish I could be like Serbs and da-da-da-da. Or like whoever you are, you know, I wish I could be like as fucking fly as this for or something like that. You know what I mean? Just always taking into consideration that you should always be enjoying your life because life is fucking short, bro. There's a lot of fucking people that are no longer living around here anymore, bro. And the fact that you can still make money and still make moves, enjoy it. This is the God's Hour.
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now.
While the angels fly over my headstone.